New York's mayor says Saturday night's bombing in New York City and New Jersey were acts of terror. This morning, police got into a shootout with the suspect and eventually arrested him. So far, there's been no known link to ISIS or terrorist groups. One explosion went off near a charity run in New Jersey. It leaves many wondering what's being done to protect us here in Milwaukee. Ricky Mitchell is live in the newsroom with more on the preventative measures being taken.
Shannon, we reached out to local authorities today, including the FBI, who urges continued vigilance in the Milwaukee area following these attacks. We also spoke to a Wisconsin native who has dedicated her career to learning how terrorists think, and she has personally spoken to 500 terrorists. 3 terror attacks this weekend injured dozens of Americans, and while authorities have not confirmed a direct link to any terrorist groups, Ann Speckard is already suspicious.
My reaction when I saw a spate of them was, this looks like ISIS or Al-Qaeda, because they tried to get, a succession of attacks.
Speckard has spent the last 20 years interviewing terrorists. In the past year, she's focused on ISIS defectors, posting their interviews on her nonprofit's website.
These videos are defectors saying, this group is not Islamic. I've been on the inside. They're corrupt. They rape. They cover things up. They sell oil to Assad.
She says ISIS is very internet savvy and recruits heavily online. She wants to flood the internet with counter messages.
They look for, what are your vulnerabilities? What are you angry about? How can they direct that rage back towards the West?
She says an ISIS spokesman has been calling for attacks on Americans since the beginning of June.
It's terrifying, and it's a reason that we really need to be cohesive in our communities and reach out to other Muslims, because most Muslims don't believe these lies. It's not part of their religion. ISIS is an extreme hijacking of Islam. We need to reach out to them and say, how can I make your kid feel included? How can I help you? Because I know that your kid's a target of this.
And the FBI Milwaukee division released this statement today saying, as part of the continuous dialogue with our law enforcement partners, the FBI routinely shares information about potential threats to better enable law enforcement to protect the communities we serve. We urge the public to remain vigilant and report suspicious activity to law enforcement. Shannon, Charles.
All right, thanks, Ricky.
And all